Hello, Gemini friends! Thank you so much for tuning in for this special edition of the Rock and Roll Tarot Forecast. I'm Vickieverlie, the Rock and Roll Prophetess. Normally I do the main reading always with my Rock and Roll Tarot deck, but this month we're going to use this for the bonus reading. And then we are going to, in honor of Halloween or All Hallows Eve or Samhain, we are going to use all the spooky decks that I have. And so we're going to do 3 cards from the Tarot del Fuego, and then we're going to do 3 cards from the Deviant Moon Tarot, and then we're going to finally do 3 cards from a Dark Mansion Tarot, one of the coolest decks ever. So I love that deck. And then we will all pull our Animal Totem card, as always. If you enjoy this content, please do hit the like and subscribe, because that helps the YouTube algorithm to acknowledge that... Oop, this is the first card out. These are actually the cards from the last reading, so I'm not going to read them. Let's see here. They were kind of probably just not shuffled into the deck. I want to make sure you get your own cards in your own reading here. This is for anybody, Gemini, Sun, Rising, or Moon, but anybody with any prominent Gemini stuff in your chart, you know. And of course it could be for cross watchers as well. So we've got 3 cards from the Tarot del Fuego. Next we're going to do the Deviant Moon. I'm going to read these all in upright because I know when it's, you know, I don't like to do the reverse all the time, you know. It kind of forces your hand. I know when the card is positive or negative, you know. I know which way it goes. So I want to just look at them in the upright position so you can also just see the imagery on the cards too. Okay, for Gemini, Deviant Moon, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then finally, Dark Mansion Tarot for Gemini for October of 2022. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's see what we've got. We've got the Judgment card. Oh, I'm going to let both come because it's actually the 4 of Wands, but Judgment was there. So we're going to let that happen. And then we're going to go with the Star. Beautiful. Wow. And then the Knave of Cups, which I believe is like the Page of Cups. Or maybe the Knight, I don't know. Then we have the Knight of Cups, so it could be either. Knight of Cups has been showing up in a lot of readings. 9 of Swords. And then Page of Pentacles. Next we have the 7 of Cups. 8 of Pentacles. That card has been out a lot too. And the King of Pentacles. Okay, so let's get into it. You know, this would have technically been the top card, the 4 of Wands, but this came out too, the Judgment, which is cool because you have Judgment and Star. These are both high spiritual cards. But the 4 of Wands, this is a card of changes in your home environment. This is the 1111 card. The 4 of Wands is a card of changes in your home environment, always for the better. Even if, when I read this card in reverse, I always, you know, make it changes for the better. It's a change in your environment. Most of the time it's your home environment. Sometimes it's your work environment. But it's your everyday surroundings. So even if you work at home, sometimes this could be maybe you're going to start working from home. I feel for some of you this is the case. Because I feel like this is somebody you're sitting in your hot tub. You're just like, maybe you're working and you're just like working, you have, you know, people are like, oh, I'm working with no pants on. Well, maybe you're working from your hot tub or something like that. Or maybe, you know, just the way that you have time for leisure and pleasure. I do feel like this is a hot tub for some reason. And you're just sitting there and you're very happy and content. Or maybe that's the change in your home environment. Maybe some of you are actually going to be putting in a hot tub or something. But that just grabbed me, like she's sitting in her hot tub. By the way, these readings, too, are gender neutral. So I may refer to it he or she, but that's not necessarily the case. It could be male or female. There's no gender assignments. Whenever these 2 cards show up together, when you have the Judgment card and you have the Star card, this is some major powerful mojo that is going on. I might put that as your headline, powerful mojo. Let me write that down before I forget. Powerful mojo. Because these are both, first of all, major arcana cards, but they're also high spiritual cards of angelic realm, angelic blessings raining down on you. This looks like the same girl that's in the hot tub, doesn't it? It almost does. So they're from the same tribe anyway. It might be her. But anyways, maybe, you know, because the Star is so much connection with spirit too, maybe you need to like get in a hot tub or take a bath or something to really get that energy going, because the Star is also pouring water out of the cups here. But this is like angelic presence are helping you. Your guides are present. They're helping you. They hear your prayers. They're leading you, guiding you, bestowing blessings upon you. I mean, this is very powerful. And I only meant to pull the top card and this one came along. So that's even more of an indication. Okay, so we've got the Knight of Cups down here. The Knight of Cups is a water sign person, a Scorpio, a Cancer, a Pisces. We are going to be moving into the sign of Scorpio, which is a water sign, and this is occurring after the 23rd of October. So could be talking about somebody showing up after the time of Scorpio. You've got this Nine of Swords in here. So some of you have been down or depressed, and you know, because she has that mask on, it could be something because of the pandemic. Some of you may be really going through struggling with this pandemic, because that was the old days. That's what the doctors wore, you know, for the masks. And that just struck me as like, you know, pandemic stuff. For some of you, maybe your bird died too. I feel like that could be for some of you too. Maybe your pet bird died, or you saw a dead bird outside or something. That could be for some of you. But this person is coming along to kind of make things a little better, to kind of be there and support you. The water sign energy is very supportive, emotionally supportive, very, you know, they're coming along to try to help you get through this, and allow them in, allow this energy in, because it's really going to be something good for you, you know. We've also got the Page of Pentacles here, so another person, a child potentially, a earth sign child, a Taurus, a Capricorn, or Virgo. This could be something that started back in the time of Virgo. And I feel like, because this tool always stands out to me on here, this wrench that he's carrying or whatever, that some of you, maybe there was something that you started working on back in Virgo time, which would have been like September, and then now the money shows up. Because the Pentacle, now you've got the idea, you've done some work, and now the Pentacle, now the money shows up. So now you can get moving and get things happening and working on it, which shows down here again in the Eight of Pentacles. This is working on projects and ideas that are going to bring about financial gains, and you definitely, that seems to be a thing this month. You know, with you too, Gemini, these gears and everything, that reminds me of those images you see in cartoons where they have the brain and they have the gears, are, you know, your gears are moving. And because you're such a mental sign and such a mental energy, I feel like that's you. You know, your gear, you got your ideas, or, you know, your brain is just, you know, maybe you're not physically, you can be physically putting things together and building things, but I think you're really, you know, the ideas are really, you know, going in your, they're really going in your mind. You know, your mind's going, you're putting, things are clicking into place here. Because you have Seven of Cups, and there's a lot of ideas coming to you. You have a lot of options, a lot of choices. Take your pick. Spirit is raining down blessings on you, and it's not only do we have not only just one spiritual card, but we have more than one idea that's being shown to you, given to you, gifted to you. Now, you have to be in a state of reception for this stuff. If you're in this state, often you can't receive what's being offered. So get yourself in that receptive mode in order to receive what is being offered by High Spirit. You've got the King of Pentacles down here. And the King of Pentacles, again, is somebody, a person, possibly an earth sign again. Usually the King of Pentacles is somebody, the financier is the word that comes through. You know, somebody that's got the money. He's the money man or woman, you know, whoever. And they've got this money and they're presenting it. To me, it looks like, because we have the Page of Pentacles and then the King of Pentacles, it's like this is the progress that you made. Here we're just here, we're maybe trying to get funding, we have some ideas, and then this is, here shows up the money, and then it's actually coming to full fruition. It's actually becoming to full realization, full maturity. For full maturity, that's really ringing some bells for me. So for some of you, it might be some kind of a, you know, some investment that's come to full stock or something that's come to full maturity, and you can, you know, withdraw the funds. But what I got really strong though, for some of you, this is some kind of a wine thing. If some of you are doing wine or brewing, you know, breweries or something like that, because this cup here too, it's like a giant wine or champagne, you know, glass over here. Some of you might have invested in or be working with some kind of a wine, you know, doing wine or you know, a brewery, microbrewery or something like that, that it's come to full maturity. Like you're ready to pop the cork and try, you know, taste your stuff. And if that's the case, it looks like it's going to be very fine. It looks like it's going to be very fine vintage or a very fine batch or whatever the case might be, you know, that it's come to maturity. Or, you know, maybe if you're growing plants. I know pot's legal in a lot of places. It's not fully legal where I live. I have the medical marijuana card, but, you know, if you're growing your own plants. Maybe this is, if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, when I used to grow my own plants, you know, this is the time when they do come to full maturity. It could be like that too, but I feel like it's going to be a really nice, you know, you're going to be happy about it. Whatever's coming to full maturity, you're going to be really happy about it. Maybe some of you, it's your kids, you know, they're turning 18 and they're moving off to college or something. They've come to full maturity. But you've done a good job, whatever it is. Whatever's come to full maturity, you've really done a good job. Okay. And it's a good batch, a good turnout. Real quickly while I shuffle your animal totem cards, I am opening for that year ahead reading, so that's always the most popular. I'm opening a couple, I usually do it start it in mid-October, but I'm going to start in the beginning of October just so I don't get overwhelmed. I know many of you, it's my most popular reading, and many of you do order every year, so if you're planning on ordering, maybe try to order a little early so I'm not completely overwhelmed when it comes to December, because sometimes, you know, and you know how December is in, you know, in America and Northern Hemisphere at Christmas, it's already overwhelming. But I mean, I love doing them. They're always fun to do. It's an in-depth tarot reading, and I do look at the astrology transits for the upcoming year. It's a very good value. I've never raised the price on them. I always keep it because of, you know, it's like kind of my gift to you. You know, it's my gift to you. I keep the price low, and it's very affordable for a year-long reading. So thank you all who do order every year, and if you want to find out and try it this year, if you haven't before, check it out. All right, let's see here. This beaver, so you're building something. You're building something. That's what's been coming through all along. Let's see here. Builder, dreamer, familiar friend, dweller of land and water, afoot in two worlds. Your diligence can change the flow of the river. Be the architect of your life. Yeah, be the architect of your life. And if you're down in the dumps over here, you're not going to be able to be the architect of your life then. You know, you're going to be down in the dumps. You can't create much from that position. There's help available. Allow the help to come in. Allow it to, I'm hearing allow it to light up your life. I saw this fire up here, and it said allow it to light up your life. So allow it to light up your life. Something is, whatever gears are turning in your brain, you're on the right track. It's really going to come to full fruition in this month, and you're going to find out, or at least you're going to know that it's coming to fruition, even if it completely doesn't. You know, the Four of Rods is also, when I talked about that changing of your home and everything, the beaver is always building his home. You know, he's always building his den. So it could, again, tie in for some of you back to that building of the new home, or maybe doing some remodeling or something along those lines. Maybe putting in that hot tub, whatever it is. All right, real quick before we go, and for Patreon peeps, there's going to be 3 more cards here, but my new book is out. I'm so excited. I love when I get the print version and I can hold it in my hand, and I love it. So this is book 2 of my channeled information. It's just questions. It's me asking questions and getting answers. I try not to ask questions that you don't hear over and over again, like what happens when we die. I try to kind of go off, and a lot of it's based on just crazy spiritual stuff that's happened to me that I was always like, well, I wonder what that was all about. Well, I ask the guides and I find out, and it's got a little bit of my Land of Falala in the back and my Flowers for My Garden in the front. So I know many of you enjoyed the first book. If you did, it's very affordable. The goal is to get the information out there. It's not to make a fortune necessarily, because I keep the price very low in order for it to be affordable for everybody. And matter of fact, it's in the Kindle Lending Library. So if you have that, you can do that, or you can sign up for Audible and listen for free for a month or something. So there's lots of ways that it's accessible. So I hope that you will read it just to get that information out there and recommend it to friends. If you have purchased either one of the first 2 books, please do, if you have a minute, put that rating on Amazon. That really helps me so much, because it's not getting a lot of, people are buying it, but I don't see a lot of ratings on Amazon. So that's just like we have this YouTube algorithm we have to contend with all the time. We have to, there's an Amazon algorithm, and always, you know, the ratings and everything help me. And thanks so much to all of you who help me all the time on this, with my channel, by liking, sharing, commenting, and purchasing all my wares. I have all sorts of things, books, decks, the readings, artwork, you know, check it out. That all goes towards, you know, keeping things going and keeping these readings free every month. There's going to be 3 more cards pulled for our Patreon peeps. If you want to find out about that, check the links below. Thanks so much for tuning in. Have a great Halloween, All Hallows Eve, Samhain, and we'll talk to you again next month. Till then, bye.